Apollo Medivac, the ship that causes a lot of controversy in Star Citizen at its launch. First, with the new introduction of the medical gameplay and also the ship itself. Today I'm going to do a full review of this ship. I'm gonna tell you if this ship is worth for you, and of course I'm gonna tell everything that is important for this ship. So if you want to learn more about Medivac, if you want to see where are the mistakes of the ship and what could be better, well, watch until the end. And if you, by the end of the video, like my video, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share with your friend. Now let's get into it. For me, this ship exterior is 10 out of 10. I would not change a single thing. That's how good for me the exterior is. Every ship has something beautiful, but this, for me, it's absolute perfection. I love the back, I love the top. Every part of the ship just absolutely perfection. The CIG really nailed it with the design of the ship, and you can see it here perfectly. If you enjoy the beautiful ships, if you love Star Trek ships, then this ship is definitely for you, because wow, just every part of the ship is done as it should be. What I really like in this ship is sound. Just hear these afterburners. Perfection. Now, one small problem that I would have with the ship are his little legs. It will not be easy to land everywhere with this ship, and this is a medical ship. For example, Cathy Red is much better in this regard. It can land almost anywhere. So now that we have seen the exterior, which is absolute 10 out of 10, let's take a look at the interior. The interior, starting from the cockpit, is also very nicely done. I love the new MFDs. The special design that every new ship now gets is really something that I dig, and that's a good work from CIG. The viewing point is really nice. Only problem is a little bit on this side, but it's not too much, and it helps with landing. Once you stand up, you are inside of the familiar RSI new design. This ship looks like a combination of the Zeus, Polaris. Yeah, really nicely done. I love the interior. A lot of people are not the fans of this living area in the cockpit, but I, for instance, really like it, because this is a medical ship, and as a medical worker, it is very good that this part of the living quarters is detached from the medical area, because you don't want some kind of infection or bad stuff coming to the pilots, and then you are really stuck with this ship. Here we also have a cool way to retract rails and to deploy them, and if we want to go down, we will here. Okay, I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna send the elevator, and there will be cool glass. Wow, really nice, isolating the rest of the ship from this. On the right side we have a little place where we can dine, and here we have a toilet, beds, and a little kitchen. So as we continue through this way, the good design continues. Everything as it should be. Also, through the small hallway, this part of the ship is also very amazing in my opinion. Just look at this viewing area. This is a medical ship, and medical ship needs a lot of light. This light gives a special value to the medical ship, and I love every part of it. Every Apollo Medivac and Triage also comes with 6 modules with tier 3 to tier 1 medical beds. I have set up tier 1 medical bed in this location, and this is how it looks. And I really like that the both stations are separated. As I said, preventing infections. Here you can set your digital imprint. That's it. One thing that I really don't like is because the CIG has removed the Tier 1 beds from its capital ships. Those ships definitely deserve the Tier 1 beds, and for example, like Idris, are built with Tier 1 bed, which suddenly became Tier 2. I don't know if CIG did this to sell more Apollo ships, which in my opinion is not okay, because why would you remove something from the other ships just because the Apollo have it? It doesn't make any normal sense. The second thing that it could be, it is a bug, and in the next patch will be fixed. The CIG didn't say a thing. And as we continue here, we have a medical bath. Now, what I feel here lacking is lack of chairs to sit, lack of laboratory. For example, both modules, left and right, have the same bath. Why wouldn't one of them be a laboratory? Because after all, this is a dedicated, huge medical ship, and it would definitely be good if it had something like that. The second module is the place where we have the Tier 2 beds, but you can also put any other from Tier 3 to Tier 1. As I said, that small room at the top is identical. We have two Tier 2 beds, and if we put a module with Tier 3 beds, we will have 3 of them. Same thing, lack of places to sit, lack of working stations for the medical workers. Now, I know that the medical gameplay right now is not that big in Star Citizen, but still we have the ship. And if we want to do some kind of role play, it will be really cool if we have some jump seats also. Now, this part of the ship is absolute perfection. When we turn around here, the problems start here. First of all, I was wondering, why is this area so big and so unused? And then I realized, but we will get to that in a moment when we go outside of the ship. Let's first take a look on the left side. Another problem with the ship. Here we have a cargo, and we have to carry only size 1 and size 2 SU boxes through those small doors on the left side. Why does this thing doesn't go down, for example, like a new Crusader ship? Honestly, when I first entered this room, I was looking for the button to push it because I thought that the cargo will go down, and that will make the Apollo so good ship. But sadly, CIG missed it. Here we have some weapon racks. Here we have some components, shields, and whatnot. If we continue on the other side, we will have completely same room. Only difference here, we have engineering terminal with, spoiler alert, ages signed. Now, some people said that the triage is here written wrong for the Apollo, but it's not about that. It's not a triage ship, but it is a triage area. So there's a difference. So as I said before, look here at these doors. These are one of the most coolest doors in Star Citizen, and I get why the developers wanted to have these doors. But the problem with these doors, they are docking doors, and we cannot dock right now. They have taken so much space. I think the CIG has started to develop this ship to sell it together with the medical Ursa, but then realized maybe that it cannot fit the ship inside because of these doors or something, and then change it. You can clearly see here that this area was meant to be larger and that vehicle should go through this area. Maybe they even developed a smaller ship, but smaller vehicle, medical vehicle, but they didn't release it. And that is why this area is such big and unused. Look here, you even have place where the tire will go. So in my opinion, this area was first planned to be used as a garage for medical Ursa, but they removed it because they realized if they leave it like this, people will use this ship as a cargo ship, and they didn't want to have that. Now, I understand that you don't want to have your beautiful new medical ship used as a cargo ship, but after all, when you sell this ship, who cares? The people can do whatever they like with it. If I buy a car in real life, which is, I don't know, SUV, and I turn it into a pickup truck, it's my choice. They should have allowed this for the players. I think there's an easy fix for this. Just make this part here also a module. So if someone wants a docking collar, you can put it here and have the cool door. But if you do not want this module, we can remove it. You can see even here, look, this part could be completely removed, and then you can easily fit the medical Ursa. Imagine how cool it would be to have your own medical Ursa coming out of your medical ship. I mean, they could sell those ships together. I would definitely buy them and have fun with them. These are the problems of the medical ship right now that we have in front of us, and they are easily fixed if the CIG decided. In my opinion, this ship is not completely finished and it is a little bit rushed out. I think the CIG should have waited and implement this here location much better. Another plus for this ship, in my opinion, was add-on of the cool weapons for the pilot. So when the Apollo and Triage came out, I thought these vehicles will not have weapons for the pilot at all, just the turrets, but actually you have a lot of weapons. The difference between this ship and Triage is a little bit lighter, these have a little bit more armor, and that's it. There's a small changes in the speed for both of the ships, which in my opinion are not that important. So add-on of the weapons make this ship much more useful right now because you can do a lot of stuff. But then comes a price. This ship is huge ship, it's a big ship, but it has 4 size 2 shields instead of 1 size 3 shield. And the size of this ship as a medical ship definitely deserves S3 shield, because this ship is meant to go in hot areas. It's meant to go in a heat of a battle, and it's definitely needing a shield. Much smaller Connie has size 3 shield, and mind you, this is also a military vehicle, the Apollo Medivac. So maybe they could make a Triage to have 4 size 2 shield and Medivac 1 size 3 shield. I don't know, write me down in the comments what do you think, but I think this ship definitely deserves a size 3 shield. So that is also a small miss from CIG, but I hope they can fix all of this stuff in the future. I really like to fly it almost everywhere because it's such a nicely rounded ship and it's such an enjoyment to fly it, especially the sound of the engines. Just hear this. Crazy good sounds. So even if you don't have a medical gameplay, the CIG still can sell this ship because it's absolutely beautiful ship. It is really nice to fly around, to explore and also do some fighting. Just it needs a small fixes. This is not a fighter ship, this is a medical ship. It needs to have some weapons to pull you out of sticky situation, but overall it has a lot of armor and HP and it can survive a lot. The only downside, as I said, are the shields, which definitely are too low for the size of the ship. They just go easily down. Even the gladiuses are melting those shields. So yeah, I think it needs a size 3 shields. I think that I said that too much. So overall, should you buy this ship? Well, if you like the look, as I always say, definitely buy the ship. If you love to enjoy to fly around with this ship and you have fun with it, be aware of the problems. You cannot put any cargo inside, you can only size 1 and size 2 SUs, and also it needs some fixing in my opinion. It is not completely finished ship as the CIG is trying to sell it. I think it needs more work on it. Overall, it's a good balanced ship for the flight and everything inside of it work as it should be, but medical gameplay is right now not existent. If you buy this ship for the medical reasons, you will buy it only for your big org or for yourself just to fly around. But you can have same thing with the very small medical ships, like for example Cutty Red, which is in my opinion better ship than this for the medical purpose. Until we have a medical proper gameplay where we have to save the NPCs, this ship will not be so worth it for the medical gameplay. If you are using a solo this ship as a medical ship, be aware that this is a huge ship and everyone goes first for the medical ships and kill them. I do the same because I know if there was a player there set an imprint, he will probably respawn and come and kill me again. But if I destroy the ship, no more respawning. What do you guys think about Medivac? Write me down in the comments. I think it's a cool move from the CIG that they'd reduce the price, and I think they could win a lot more if they added the open space here at the back as a module so you can put inside medical Ursa. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Until next video, have fun out there my fellow citizens.